Hello everyone, this is Vicki Verley. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly tarot scopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading. Taurus. Hello Taurus. Welcome to your free reading for July 2015 Tarot Scope with Animal Totem card. The tarot deck that I use is called the Hanson-Roberts deck. The Animal Totem decks are my own creation, which they're called the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. Okay, they're available through following the link on the side that says Goods and Services, as well as my book Tarot in the Modern World, and that'll take you to the page of how to get the readings as well, how to get a private reading. You have to scroll down to see everything. Current wait time on a reading right now, we're looking about 3 weeks out, which isn't terrible. And I do my very best to get everybody in as fast as possible, but also I want to be sure that you're going to get a good reading. And if I'm tired and burned out, that's not going to happen, okay? So about 3 weeks wait time. So know that ahead of time if you order a reading. Okay, so let's take a look here. You have the World in the spread and the Chariot, both really, really good cards. The World is probably, I would say, the best card in the deck. The world is bigger, better, more than you ever imagined, beyond your wildest dreams, huge, everything, you have everything at your feet. You could choose, the world is your oyster, is another kind of saying that might go along with that. The world also can be worldwide, like it's going to go worldwide. So this is bigger, better, more than you ever anticipated, and it could also mean like somebody from across the world could be involved in something that you're working on. That could be another thing. There are some people in reverse around it. You have this Three of Swords here, and this guy in reverse, and it says Strength in reverse. It's almost like you may be dealing with a different person. Like it almost seems like you might be have been dealing with this person. Or because this is air, this person might have shown up in Gemini in late May or June. Or it could be an air person, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But they're in reverse. And it seems to be bringing a lot of stress, and it's just not moving along very quickly or not really happening the way you want it. We have this other person here, the Queen of Pentacles. Now she's in the upright position. Well, I say she because it's a female in the cards, but it doesn't have to be. It could be any gender. That's not the case. It's not gender specific. But the Queen of Pentacles holds money too. She holds the coin in her hand. So often she may be somebody who has a financial, opportunity for you. So she's there, and she's in the upright position, and there's a lot of struggle and stuff here. And it's like she seems to be able to weed through all this stuff. That's what I'm picking up or getting about her. Like you've been struggling, you've been not being able to move forward. There's all this stuff going on, and it seems to a lot stem around this person. So then you get this woman comes, I say woman, but it could be anybody. This person comes in, and she seems to be able to just straighten it all out. Like very much like a Virgo would be, like that analytical mind, or maybe a Gemini too, but that mind where it gets you organized, or we're going to weed through all this stuff and we're going to figure it out and do this. This could be like if you're tied to this person too, she may be able to get you out of it. Like if you were in a contract or an arrangement with this person and it's just not going anywhere, she may be able to go through the paperwork and just get it all straightened out and get it all put together for you. She just seems to be able to bring clarity and bring, smooth things out, because it feels like there's a lot of turbulence. And I do see success for you. Chariot is victory and triumph. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes. The Chariot is the highest success card in the entire deck. Okay, but it also talks about a big shift, coming from one level and rising up to another level, a big jump in status or something. It's right by the Hierophant too, so it does seem like it's in, kind of mainstream. Usually the Hierophant would be mainstream. It's not way off the beaten path here. So it's like maybe the corporation, um, you know, traditionally it talked a lot about religion and medical field, but that's because those were some of the only things that were around back in the days of these cards. There's much more things. There wasn't a corporate America, but it's a big thing that our society is. It's government too. That's another thing it could be. But yeah, some of you, maybe you're going to run for office, and she's going to be your campaign manager and help you. I mean, it could be that. It really could. Chariot too could also be traveling. Really, it's more about the success and the status, but it can be traveling. So some of you might be traveling to take a job or traveling for work. It does show here about not traveling too. So in some cases, maybe you were wanting to relocate and you couldn't make it happen, and now all of a sudden, bing, bang, boom, everything falls into place and it's happening. That's another thing here too. There has been a lot of opposition, it seems. You've got this struggle, you've got these people that they're grouping together, they're grouped together, but they're not your group. You don't really fit into this clique or this group here. And you're not meant to. You don't have to, everybody doesn't have to like you. Everybody doesn't have to like you, and everybody doesn't have to like the same things. Okay? That's why they make 51 flavors, or however many flavors they make. Because everybody likes something different, and everybody fits into a different niche, and everybody has different interests and different aspirations. So you got to follow your own path. I was thinking, you're Taurus. This could be you. I was real strong that it could be an outside person, though. But you're Taurus. That could be you. Well, if that's the case, it might be with Chariot here. It might be like it's time to take the reins. It's time to take the reins of your own life here. And don't worry about what everybody else is doing, or about what everybody else is saying or thinking, or that's not your business. That doesn't really matter to you. You don't have to go along with what him. It's obviously not. And I say him again, male, female, whoever. It's obviously not gelling with you. This is not, whatever this is over here, this person, your involvement with these people, it's not gelling with you. It's not taking you to where you want to be. You're struggling, you're going against the grain. You're struggling against your own path here. So there's a shift or a change. I felt pretty strong this was an outside person, but maybe it is you. Maybe it is you. Either way, I feel like you will be taking the reins of your own life. That is one of the things of Chariot. And it's bigger than you ever thought. Don't look for outside validation for what you know internally to be right for you. You may not get the outside validation. They may think you're crazy, or they may think, this isn't how we do. We do things this way. Well, you don't have to do things their way. You definitely don't. And with Chariot and the world and the spread, I mean, this is some big stuff here. This isn't some little nothing. This is some major things that are going on right now. Jupiter is conjunct Venus the very first day of the month. Now, in your case, it's a square to you with the Taurus there, but it's still good. It's still good. It's still lucky. Sometimes these squares really make things happen in astrology, so you might want to watch the astrology videos. I was watching them myself recently, and I was critiquing myself. And I was noticing that I kind of I loosen up later as the video goes on. So you might want to just hang in there and watch it. It is a psychic reading, even though I'm referring to a lot of things in astrology, and a lot of people don't get it and they don't watch it. And that's cool too if you don't want to. But I get psychic stuff totally while I'm doing those readings. So you might want to take a look at that, because it is a big month for astrology, starting right at the first of the month, and in a good way. A lot of things are changing and shifting. The tides are turning here. So those of us that have been stuck in struggle, you may see some big shifts happening. That's very, very likely to happen. Hierophant too. This and this. This is some little group of people, but the Hierophant is the bigger group of people. So maybe some of you, this might be like you live in a small town and you're meant to go to the big city. Like you're never going to find your people in this little small town you live in. But if you go to some bigger place, metropolis, maybe that's where you're going to find and connect up with the people, your tribe. You know, you find your real tribe, because it seems for a lot of you this just isn't it. And maybe you're just over this. You know, I've been there, done this. I've had enough of this. You know, it's not. It's like a Groundhog Day kind of thing. It's the same thing every day, every day. So you want something different. With world, you want to expand your horizons. You want to reach out and be in the world and go bigger, broader, you know, broaden your spectrum, broaden your horizons. And there's definitely a major shift happening, and that could totally be available to you, but you're going to have to do it. You know, it takes strength to break free of these old patterns. It's not always easy, but you can do it. If anybody's strong, it's a Taurus, right? Okay, so I'm going to shuffle up these cards. This is going to be your animal totem card. I have one. I have more than one. For the month of July, I have one. Cat. Okay, instead of trying to hold the card up there, I'm just going to put it up in the screen later. So you should be seeing the cat on your screen. And I'm going to read with the card. It says, what I wrote, it says, Stealth Huntress of the Night. Ancient intelligence, familiar of the goddess, waiting patiently for the time to act, being flexible with balance and grace. Yeah, cat energy is really cool, you know, and think about a cat. A cat's not a pack animal. I mean, I guess they are in the wild, but, you know, dogs, how dogs always are wanting everybody's approval and wanting to be a part of the pack, you know, and everything. The cat totally does not, you know. Domestic cats are just like, they totally do their own thing, and they are not dissuaded by anything anybody else thinks or says. You know, they're an independent individual. They go their own way. They do their own thing, and I think that's the biggest message for you this month, Taurus. Take a minute to really look at the card, though, because it was my intention that there be symbols and things in there that it would stand out to people and speak to your subconscious mind. So take a second to look at the card. If anything stands out to you, note it. If you just want to note it for yourself, I like to hear about that stuff, though, if you see something in the card. And secondly, you know, if you see a cat, well, again, probably people, a lot of you watching have a cat right in your house there, but if there is anything kind of crazy that happens with the cat, like you see it in a weird place, you know, definitely let me know. I love hearing that. And notice that that's going to note that that would be confirmation for you guys if you see the cat. And that, you know, I love to hear that. That's my favorite thing that when I hear in the comments when people talk about how they see their animal totems, because it's just so magical and it really does happen. Okay, so cat is your animal totem. Go your own way. Big opportunities await you. You got to be brave and go for it. Okay, Taurus, stay tuned. I got a couple more things to tell you. I'll be right back, and have a great July. Hi, everyone. Before we go, I wanted to let everyone know that I've signed up for Patreon. So if you want to, I mean, you can still donate through PayPal and through Google Wallet. But if you enjoy all the free content that I post every month, you can sign up to Patreon, and it's just my name, patreon.com/VickyVerley. If you go on my main channel under the About section, you'll find all that. You know, there's a link to Patreon and everything else, how to order a mandala, how to get a reading, prints, everything that's available. And of course on Amazon, if you're learning how to read tarot from these videos, you know, you can order my book, Tarot in the Modern World. It's less than $10, very reasonable. And everything is on this Order the Mandala page. If you can't find anything else, go to the Order the Mandala page. And there we have everything. My deck, the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards is there. You know, the charts, the reports, and make a donation through PayPal. So I really do appreciate all your support. You know, it's a labor of love, but it does take up quite a bit of time to get all these readings out to you guys every month. And a little bit definitely helps. Also on my main page, you can check out some of my other channels on the home section. I've got a link to some of my other stuff here. You know, this is Vivi Creator Shorts. It's my keyboard station. And if you have small children, I have the Vicky Verley channel, which is learning songs for kids. Okay, I want to thank you all for donating and liking and sharing and commenting and subscribing to my channels. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.